With scarcely a pause for breath, James told his grandma everything that had happened about Father Christmas's sleigh, and the reindeer and the jingling bells and the northern lights flickering across the sky, and how the snowman had flown him all the way there and back, high over the mountains and cities and low over sea and waves and icebergs, and how he had the best time of his life. "He flew you?" Grandma said. "What, up there in the sky? All the way there and back?" James nodded. The snowman nodded. The owl hooted from the oak tree. "James," said Grandma, utterly and completely amazed and astonished, "you're not stuttering any more. Did you realize that?" "I know, Grandma," James replied. "Good, isn't it? But I'm not thinking about it. That's the trick, Grandma. Not to think about it. I learned it with the snowman. Just talk and let the words come out. Don't try to make them." James went on with his story, and the words kept flowing. "The owls saw us flying back and saw us landing. We don't do landings very well. They're a bit bumpy, but there's flying, Grandma. You should do it. It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's really cool." "Well, I'm not sure I'm really dressed for it, dear," she said rather nervously. "Nor was James, and nor was I," said the snowman. "But if you'd like to go up for a spin, I'd be only too happy to take you." "Aren't I a bit heavy?" Grandma asked, still nervous, but also a bit excited now too. "Not at all," the snowman told her. "You'll be fine up there." "She'll be fine, won't she, James?" "You'll love it, Grandma, I promise you," James told her. Then he knew that he would love watching Grandma fly, and he did. He watched as the snowman put his arms around her and took off. "My, oh my, oh my," Grandma cried, waving down at James as she rose into the sky in her wellies, her dressing gown flapping. "Will you look at me?" James was looking at her all right, and what a sight it was! Grandma and the snowman flew down the river and away into the distance over the moors. Still, James could hardly see them. He wondered if his snowman was going to fly her all the way to see the northern lights at the North Pole. But soon they had circled round and were coming back towards him. They landed just as James was hoping they would, bouncing and bumping along in the snow and rolling over and over. Seeing Grandma somersaulting in her dressing gown and Jim Jams and wellies was the best, the absolute best. He ran over to them. They were both breathless and laughing with it all. "Well," said the snowman, standing up and helping James get Grandma up on her feet again, "that was fun, but to be honest, I think I had better have a bit of rest now. I'm rather tired after all that flying about. I sleep standing up, you know. All snowmen still." So back they all went to where James had first built his snowman. James and Grandma patted him all over where bits of snow had fallen away. "You're missing another of your Brussels sprout buttons," James told him. "I'll bring one up for you in the morning," said Grandma. "And thank you for my wonderful ride. It was the ride of a lifetime." "Mine was too," James said. "Sleep well, Mr. Snowman." And they went away and left him, but James didn't want to go quite yet. He turned and ran back to the snowman, threw his arms around him and hugged him and hugged him. It was a hug he wanted to last forever. "I think you gave me my voice," he told the snowman. "I can talk like other people now." "So can I," said the snowman. "You gave me my voice too." "See you in the morning, James," he went on. "Off you go now. It's Christmas Day, you know. The sun will be up soon. You get some sleep and have the best time this Christmas, James." Happy Christmas, Mr. Snowman, James said, and off he ran to catch up with Grandma, stopping to wave to his snowman from time to time, and each time his snowman waved back. Then with one last wave, one last look at his snowman, he was through the door and climbing the stairs to his bedroom. It had been a long, long night. Grandma snuggled him down and told him that, thanks to him and his snowman, this was already by far the best Christmas she had ever had, or was ever likely to have. Same for me, Grandma, James said, and he was fast asleep before he knew it.